Hello Rhinos. Today I'm going to tell you a bit about my story and how I failed my family. March 2018, I'd been working for a national home improvement company for 11 years, selling windows, doors and conservatories. My life pretty much consisted of leaving the house at around 9 AM, doing my first appointments at 10 and then doing my last appointments at around 6 or 7 o'clock. Which quite often meant that I didn't get home until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I used to eat on the go, so I was the king of knowing everything that was available in a supermarket meal deal. I knew all the best deals in the fast food joints, and crisps and chocolate were my snacks that kept me going. It was no wonder I got type 2 diabetes. Now, I thought I'd actually taken precautions against type 2 diabetes. I had cut out sugar out of my tea. I'd cut out putting sugar on my cereal. I'd even started drinking diet soda. And what I didn't realize, I'd only scratched the surface. Now, when the first signs of type 2 diabetes came along, things like my bruises taking longer to heal, my cuts taking longer to heal, my eyesight deteriorating, I just put this down to old age. I ignored them. It weren't until the thirst came. I mean a serious amount of thirst. I'm on about I would drink half a pint or half a litre of water and it wouldn't touch the sides. I would still have a raging thirst after. And as a result, I started losing weight rather rapidly, and I thought to myself, even though that's a good thing, I was losing weight, I realized I weren't actually doing much to contribute towards the weight loss, so I better go see the doctor. Now, when I went to see the doctor and the doctor told me I had type 2 diabetes, I didn't really understand what he was talking about. And I went away and I did a lot of research on myself about what type 2 diabetes was. And I don't do things like that very often, so that was really unusual. It was really worrying me. And when I started hearing about respiratory problems, heart problems, amputation, I was devastated. And the reason I was devastated is because I had just failed my family completely. So how had I failed my family? Well, I'd failed my family because my wife had multiple sclerosis. I don't know what you know about multiple sclerosis, but multiple sclerosis, people who have multiple sclerosis suffer very badly with fatigue. They're constantly tired. They can't work because they always need to have a sleep in the afternoon. And normally they're in constant pains, pins and needles, feelings in their arms constantly. And when someone with multiple sclerosis has a heavy attack of fatigue, there's a good chance they're going to come out of it the other side with a bit less movement, a little bit less mobility. There's no happy ending. It doesn't end well. Now, this is what they call a progressive disease. Now, they call type 2 diabetes a progressive disease as well, in that it means that there's no happy ending. And now all of a sudden, what had happened, the one person who needed to stay healthy in this family, which was me, had got himself ill. And I had got myself ill. I got myself type 2 diabetes, no one else. And this meant that I'd become a burden on the family. Now, life was not meant to be this way. I was meant to be the hero, the breadwinner, the person that took all the pain and all the suffering away. And now I was the person coming home telling my wife that I was the one that was going to be causing more suffering and more pain. And that just weren't fair, and it weren't right. And I got angry. After watching a documentary on YouTube about sugar, I came across an interview with a chap who was already in a wheelchair. He'd already had some of his toes amputated and he was about to have his leg amputated because of type 2 diabetes. And I remember when they did the interview after the amputation, he was talking about how much better he felt, but then he was talking about how he was going to have another part of his body amputated. Well, I remember thinking to myself, not me. That's not going to be me. And I remembered the book, Rhinoceros for Success. And I stood up and I said, it's time to charge. I went out to the kitchen, got a black bag. I got all the chocolate, all the biscuits, all the crisps. And there was quite a lot of it because Easter had just finished. Stuck it in the black bag and I threw it out. I thought, no more. It's time to make a change. Something has to change. So the first thing that I had to change was I needed to start doing exercise. Now I tried going down to the gym in the past and all I'd done is hurt myself. So this time I decided to do yoga, but not any yoga, DDPY yoga. Why? Because it's not your mama's yoga. And I started doing that yoga and started doing 20 minutes every day, 3 days, 20 minutes a session, 3 days a week. And slowly I started getting stronger and feeling better about myself. And I would increase the amount of time that I would do. And as I increased the amount of time, my health got better and better. I cut out all sugary food out of my diet and started eating more fresh vegetables. And after 3 months, I was able to reduce my medication for my type 2 diabetes. And after 6 months, I was given the all clear. I was told I could come off the register. But this wasn't the only thing that had to change. The next thing I had to change was I had to change my career. I realized that I had to be able to work from home so that I could look after my wife better when she needed me, especially when she needed me later on. And my current job weren't allowing me to do that. So what I thought to myself, I need to start learning how to earn an income online. And one day I was watching a Tony Robbins video for a bit of inspiration and a video ad came up, and on there was this ex-army chap. And this ex-army chap, what he was talking about was living a life so that he could spend more time with his family, because as being in the army he spent a lot of time away from his family and he was determined to spend more time. And I thought, yeah, that's what I need to do too. So I clicked it. Now initially I was like, a page came up, I stuck my name and my email address in, and as soon as I pressed send, I was like, oh my God, what have I just done? I've just sent my name and my email address to some person on the internet. And then I thought, and then I had another thought. I thought, well, it's a free video series. He's going to send me a free video series about how I can learn how to use the power of the internet to sort of generate an income. What have I got to lose? So I watched the videos. And as I watched the videos, my fears about earning money online was reduced, as I realized that lots of people were making money online and not everyone was being scammed, and there was a lot of legit ways of doing it. So what I decided to do, I decided to take it to the next stage, and I decided I would actually pay to be part of the education program and go from there. Now the rest of this is if you're watching this video, the rest of this story is proof that you're watching this video. Within 9 months of that learning how to promote myself online and do things online, I started Type Rhino. And Type Rhino is designed specifically to help people with type 2 diabetes heal themselves naturally. And this would have never happened if I hadn't done that digital platform. Now I had a lot of fears going into all of this to begin with when I started doing this course. I was worried that I didn't have the technical know-how, and quite frankly, many times I felt like throwing my computer out the window, but I've not done it because of the help and support of either people who've succeeded or people who are going through the same journey as me. I've been able to sort of ask the right questions and deal with my frustrations that way. I never thought I'd have the time, but quite frankly, because of the exercise I was doing, I found myself with a lot more energy. And because I had a lot more energy, I found I had the time. And it's strange though, but when you're passionate, you get passionate about about doing something, it's amazing how you find the time to do it. Did I have to invest money into it? Yeah, I did have to invest money into it. But if that's not an unusual thing. If these days, if you want to go to university, you have to invest money into it. If you want to learn something new, it's always going to cost you money. So You know, yeah, it did cost me money. I did have to invest in myself, but it's been worth every single penny. And the reason for that is because now I spend every Sunday with my family. We go out, we'll go to trampoline parks, we'll go to country parks, we go everywhere, and we do lots of active stuff. And I get to join in, which all my family really love, that I get to do that, and so we have a lot more fun. You know, now I'm much more focused on where I'm going, and I'm much happier, and I don't worry about all the other day-to-day stuff that I have to do. And I feel like I've got an abundance of time, which is fantastic, because I can learn all the things I want to learn and learn to do all the same things as well. Now, if you'd like to learn those skills, then please, there'll be a link below, and if you click on the link below, it'll take you to the link is the website, and if you go to the Type Rhino website, there's a section there that says get charging, and if you click on there, a page will come up, and you can stick your name and email address in there, and I'll send you the same videos that I watched when I wanted to start on this journey of learning to sell online, so I could have more time to look after my health and look after my family. So if it's not for you, that's fine, but if it is for you, I hope to see you in the savannah so we can charge together. Remember, you're not a number, you're a rhino. Now charge!